Welcome to Streams of Income with self-help author Ryan Rieger. For the next hour, you'll hear proven methods for how to live the multiple income streams dream. Ryan is passionate about helping others discover their gifts and start their own business. He's published 5 books, and his courses and group coaching programs have changed the lives of thousands of students all over the world. Ryan's books include Private Label, The Easy Way, Finding Your Grace Place, and his latest, Streams of Income. And now, here's your host, Ryan Rieger.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Streams of Income radio show. I'm your host, Ryan Rieger. Get my book, Streams of Income, for free at streamsofincomeradio.com. So this episode is just me, and it's going to be a lot shorter. This is just for my podcast listeners. This is not going to be on the radio. And so therefore, I don't have to hit the 43, 44-minute mark. It's going to be much shorter than that. So I'm going to give you some encouragement about just getting started, about just doing what that thing is on your heart that you know you're supposed to be doing, just to take action. I'm going to tell you about my Streams of Income live event that's Saturday, February the 1st. So depending on when you're listening to this, this may have already passed. But guys, I want to do more of these, and you can be helpful to me. I want to take this message of Streams of Income literally around the world. I really feel like I'm called to do that. But let's start here at home in the United States, and I'll tell you about how I feel like you might be able to help me out if you feel like that's something you want to do. So first of all, about getting started, just getting started with what you are called to do. My business partner, Jenny Hunt, and myself were on a coaching call, a brainstorm call earlier this week, actually just yesterday. And we were talking to our client and brainstorming all the different ideas that she could be doing in her business. She's a mom, and she wants to reach moms with ways to make money in their free time. And so at the end of the call, we were talking and saying, hey, is there anything else that you need from us? And basically she said, no, I just need to get started. And guys, aren't we all in those times or getting our business started? We're all in that place where at some point you've done all the research, you know what to do, you've taken the courses, you just need to take action. And many times I say, with action comes clarity. And guys, I saw or heard a quote from Carl Jung, who was a Swiss psychiatrist that lived in the 1800s, born in the late 1800s and died, I think, in like 1961. And he said, if the path before you is clear, you're probably on someone else's. And Rich Litvin, who's the author of The Prosperous Coach, says, stop waiting for clarity. Clarity can be useful before you begin, but you don't need it. Take one tiny step, and then the next, and then the next. You'll be surprised at what you accomplish. Guys, last May 2019, my family and I went to the UK conference. We helped host a UK conference for Amazon sellers. It was in Manchester, England. And we're going to do that again it's going to be the end of April this year. So stay tuned for that. We'll share a link with how you can get involved with that if you're listening over in Europe, or we have people that fly from the United States over to that conference. This will be the second one we put on. But my family and I took an opportunity to travel Europe. And one of the places we went to inside the UK was Arendelle. There's a castle. So I've actually never seen the movie Frozen, believe it or not. I have a 2.5-year-old, and he's a boy. Maybe someday he'll see the movie Frozen. But everybody who I have been there to said it's like the movie Frozen, and the castle's like that. So inside that castle, it's a beautiful, like, old medieval castle. Inside that castle, there's some very long, winding staircases. So the kind, if you've been at any type of towers or any castles like that, you're standing at the bottom of it. You can't see the top of it. All you literally got to do is just take one step at a time, and finally you get to your destination. You just take one small step after step after step, and you'll get to where you're trying to go. Guys, that's what this Streams of Income live event that I'm doing was like. So my very first event was back in, I believe, 2014. And I just felt like it was a private label event. I felt like I was supposed to host it. And it was my very first one that I had ever hosted. I had spoken at other conferences, but as far as my own live event, that was my first step into doing that. And guys, I had no idea if anybody was even going to show up. So because of that, I had it here at my home. My wife and I were going to have the food catered from two local places. So we had it was an evening event. I believe it was a Friday night dinner and kind of just networking, get together, hang out and chat, and all day Saturday workshop for private label. Because we had no idea if anybody was going to come. Again, we had it here at our home to keep the expenses low, but also because if nobody showed up, nobody would have to know besides my wife and I. And so we just did it. And that's one thing that, if I could say this, I'm proud of myself that I don't wait until everything is perfect. And guys, I have a lot of things that I wish I would do better at, and that I'm totally not perfect at. And it's just things in my business, in my life that, that I'm always improving on. But one thing I really am glad that I do is that I just take action. And that live event that we had in our home, we had 7 people show up to that. And they were all from all over the country that flew here to Texas to be in our home and to learn private label. We dug into their businesses, helped them find products and all that. So that was super fun. But I had no idea if they were going to show up. I just put it out there. And the Streams of Income live event that I'm hosting in Indiana on Saturday, February the 1st, I had no idea if anybody's going to show up either. Right now, I think we have maybe 30 people signed up to go. Not a huge crowd at all. I would love it to be 30,000. But you got to start somewhere. My first event was 7, and I've hosted other events where we've had 10 and 12. Then we've had some that were almost 100, and I've spoken at, bigger crowds than that. As far as my own events, they've never been ridiculously huge, but I know that I'm connecting with these folks that come, and I know that the Lord is going to put the right people there on Saturday that need to be in that room. And I'm excited about this because I know it's something I'm supposed to do. It's something that's been on my heart for several years to host these live events. And so where you can help me out, but first you get back to how just getting started is I'm okay with the small crowd because I know I'm supposed to do it. I'm just stepping out and being obedient and just taking that action. And again, I have no idea what it's going to look like. I know what I'm going to talk about. But I don't know exactly how well it's going to be received. I mean, I know some of the folks that are coming, and of course they're, people on my list and listening to this podcast already, and they're going to love it. But there's going to be people that have never heard this message of creating multiple streams of income. I have no idea if they're going to, walk away feeling like they got, something great out of it. I hope so. That's why I'm doing it. But I'm going to pour out my heart and soul, no matter if we have 3 or 300. And so just guys, get started. So what is on your heart to do? There's never going to be a perfect time. You just need to take action and get started. So how can I help you do that? How can I help you take action? How can I help you move forward in that thing that you're supposed to be doing? Whatever it is, just start taking action. So for example, if you feel like selling physical products is your thing, go to garage sales, go to thrift stores, find stuff around your home that you can just send in, sell it on eBay, sell it on Facebook Marketplace, get the ball rolling. You start learning, you start growing. I talk to people that think they have to take a course and listen to all the videos or read all of the PDFs or, read all the books that there are to read about a topic before they can take action. Please don't do that. You'll just get analysis or paralysis by analysis and never move forward. And I see also other folks that have this book that's on their heart, or maybe they've even written part of it, and it's just sitting on their hard drive because it's not, quote, perfect. Well, guys, my friend Dan Miller, who wrote 48 Days to the Work You Love, his very first version of that book was a 3-ring binder that he had copied at Kinko's, and he shipped them himself to people that bought them off of his website. And now that book is a #1 bestseller, I believe a New York Times bestseller, and he sold millions of copies. Had he not started with that 3-ring binder, just got that information out there, he probably would not be in a position where he is now, to where he was on the radio, had a podcast, and then publishers start coming to him and saying, hey, we want to take that book and publish it for you. Had he not got that out there, I doubt that would have happened, or at least not that quickly anyway. And so what is it that you feel like you're called to do? Take action now, even just small steps. You do that, you're going to build confidence. You're going to it'll make it easier to do that next thing. Learn as you go. Sometimes I say it's like building the plane while you're flying, but at least you're flying, you're up in the air. And guys, you never ever, what's so cool about the internet is that you never have to take a risk that it's like that you're going to lose your home or all your savings to do this. So for example, for physical products, nobody should ever have to order 5,000 units of something and then hope it sells. You never have to put that much effort into a test, or you never have to ever risk it all, quote. You never have to risk everything that you have to try a business. If you have a course and the course idea that you want to do, you don't have to put hours and hours and hours of work into it and then hope that course sells. There are ways, and we teach those ways, how you can just get that content to what's called MVP, your minimum viable product. So think of my friend Dan with his book, 48 Days to the Work You Love, the 3-ring binder. There are versions of that for courses and other types of internet content that you can just kind of put out there and see, are people interested in this? Should I tweak it? Should I do this at all? Should I, there's easily ways to make this happen so that you're not just doing all this work or spending all this money and then hoping that people take you up on that offer. So guys, take action. So where you can help me out with my Streams of Income live event. This has been on my heart for years to do this. And there is just no way that I can do this alone. I need help. I need people who know people. Do you have, so here's what's in just thinking out loud here, some places that this might resonate or that I really feel like I'm supposed to get into. So the church you go to, do they have a men's Bible study? It doesn't have to be just men. I have ladies in my audience as well, but is there a Bible study, a small group? Is there a financial class? Hey, can I speak in front of your whole church? That's fine too. Where we're going on Saturday is actually a church. The pastor has graciously opened up his doors for us to host the event at his church, and he's inviting some of the people from his congregation. So churches could be a great place. Just honestly, the reason why for that is a lot of times you can get the places for free, so it cuts down on expenses, which means I don't have to charge very much. This event on Saturday, it's only $97. It includes 3 books, coffee and donuts, or actually I think coffee and bagels, and then we're providing lunch. And it's a 9 to 3 seminar. So I would love, to see how well it goes. I'm sure we'll tweak things, maybe end up making a day and a half, maybe 2 days at some point, but I want to do more of these. So do you belong to a church or a civic organization or any organization? Maybe you know people, maybe you already have a group of friends that you'd love to invite. Maybe you can help me host one. So I'm partnering up with a local pastor to help put this on. And so I would love, if you have ideas and you have, some people that you would want to get together, let me know. I'd be happy to entertain pretty much anything. I want to get this message out. And if you want to help people create multiple streams of income so they can live their dreams, then let me know. I want to do more of these live events. I think it can really help folks. The people that are in my audience are just, they're doing well. They'll have people that are quitting their jobs. And I want to see more people be able to do that, be able to use the internet creatively to create multiple streams of income. And one way I'd love to do that is through live events, because I love that live interaction. So Ryan@RyanRieger.com is my personal email. If you have ideas or just feel like, man, this group here that I'm a part of would be a perfect fit for this content, let me know. I'm happy to talk to you about that. And guys, guess what? This is episode number 25. I'm so excited about that. It's so cool to have been doing this. And that's not a whole long time. It seems like it's gone super quick since August when we started this. But I want your feedback on this as well. What would you like to see on this podcast and radio show? Are there certain guests that you would benefit from, or certain types of content that you feel like would really be a blessing to you? Let me know. I am open to anything I feel like would be a fit for helping people create streams of income. If you want to be on, you have a story to tell, or you have a success story, you are a success story, in the internet world. You know, it doesn't have to be that you've sold $1 million worth of anything. It could be that, heck, you make $500 extra a month and it pays your car payment, or maybe you pay your mortgage through something you sell online. Guys, those are very motivational to my audience. So let me know, what is it that you want to see? Any ideas you have, email me at ryan@ryanrieger.com. And also, I mentioned there's a few episodes back, I talked about your ideal day. So it's where you are doing exactly everything that you want to be doing. You're waking up when you want to wake up. You are perfectly productive. You are doing exactly what you want to do. If you want to take a 2-hour long lunch at your favorite Mexican restaurant, you're doing that. I talked about that process, and I took listeners through that process of identifying what your ideal day looks like. And I took listeners through that process of identifying what that ideal day looks like. And so I'm super excited to announce that I actually have a worksheet to help you through that process. You can go step by step, and you can get that for free. Just go to ryanrieger.com, ryanreger.com/ideal day. And if you want to just remember, streamsofincomeradio.com, the link will be in the show notes for this episode. This is episode number 25. Just go to streamsofincomeradio.com. Guys, that's pretty much it. That's what's been on my heart to share. So just to wrap it up, take action, get started. The people need you. The world needs what you have. There are people waiting on the other side of your obedience. So step out. It just doesn't have to be perfect. It's never going to be perfect. Just take action. I'm trusting that the Lord is going to have the right people at this event on Saturday, and that there's going to be at least one person that's like, yes, that's exactly what I need to hear. I'm hoping there's a lot more. But honestly, guys, if there's one person that gets this material and goes out and creates a business or explodes their business because of something that is taught there, or something that they catch there, guys, that is going to be a success for me. I love hearing people's success stories. That's why I have them on this show. That's why I have people like Jimmy Smith, one of my students, who he and his wife, Brittany, are selling over $100,000 a month on Amazon. And it doesn't have to be, I don't consider them, I don't consider people success stories if they're only hitting those types of figures. Most of my students aren't doing that much. Nearly as much as Jimmy and Brittany are, but people are successful at selling. You make an extra $500 or $1,000 or $2,000. Lots of them are doing a lot more than that too. There are so many of them that are quitting their jobs, just selling physical products online and doing other things like coming out with courses and writing books and all that. And I want more success stories. And I love that face-to-face interaction. So that's why I'm doing more live events. And so take action. Excited again about my live event, February 1st, this Saturday in Pendleton, Indiana. That's home for me. I'm born in Anderson, just up the road, but lived in Pendleton almost all of my life up until 2008. And so excited to come back home and to share this message of creating multiple streams of income with those folks. But I want to do more. If you know a pastor, somebody who's in charge of a group, maybe you're in charge of a group, maybe you have a bunch of friends you want to get together, put it out on your Facebook or put it wherever you can get folks together. Let me know. I will entertain offers to come to your hometown, because I want to get this message out. I love to travel too, so that makes it fun. Ryan@ryanrieger.com if you feel like that might be a fit for you. And grab the Ideal Day download worksheet you can go to ryanrieger.com/ideal day, or just go to streamsofincomeradio.com, and all the show notes and links that I've mentioned will be there. Guys, thank you for listening to this podcast. Thank you for the feedback that I get. I know that this is helping folks, and let me know how else I can help you. I hope you know by now that I am here to serve. I love helping folks. I love helping people create multiple streams of income so that they can live their dreams. So how can I serve you? How can I pray for you? I love it when people send me emails with prayer requests, because I put them down and I pray for them by name. I have a Trello board that I have people's prayer requests, and I pray for you guys. And it's an honor to do that. So feel free to reach out. It doesn't have to be business related. You can send me stuff that's personal. I get people all the time send me prayer requests for personal things. Just send me an email, ryan@ryanrieger.com. Happy to pray for you, help you any way I can to start or grow your business. I love you guys. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you in the next episode.
You've been listening to Streams of Income with self-help author Ryan Rieger. From right here in the Dallas Metroplex, Ryan teaches several entrepreneurial courses and group coaching programs to students all over the world. Be sure to listen next week at the same time for Streams of Income with Ryan Rieger.